and people in the industry, in the transportation industry, they're discussing now we need megawatt chargers. Well, 1 megawatt charger would require 10% of the power capacity used at this huge logistics area at
10%.
peak loads, at peak load times in the summer, when this area uses the most electricity. So that is a huge amount of electricity that's needed, well, for a very short time to charge only one truck. So
Right.
it's a really big challenge to electrify huge fleets of trucks, and that's
Right.
why it would be an advantage to have electric roads, because if you could charge while driving,
Oh yeah,
you
that makes
could charge
sense.
at a slow speed. You
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
have to charge all power in 20 minutes to keep the trucks rolling, and not to have to stop for long periods to fill them up.
Right.
You could charge them at slow speed like you do at night with a Tesla
Mm-hmm.
at home. You can charge at low capacity, and you can do that all day long as you drive along motorways, highways, and so on. And you'd
Right.
also need smaller batteries, because you do most of your charging, or you'd get most of your electricity from the motorways or
Right.
electric road system. But that would need, I mean, it would take a decade to build a big network of electric
Yeah.
roads across the US
Right.
or across Europe, perhaps more than a decade.
Oh
And
yeah,
those are
definitely.
new technologies, like the Apollo program, all the technologies that were developed there and perfected in different ways to make it possible to do the missions.
Right.
It would These technologies are new and they're fairly expensive, but I believe if you look at the figures that that electric roads will be an important piece of the puzzle if we
Right.
want to change a large share of our vehicles to electric.
Right. But let me put it in that way, because this is a very interesting approach that I never thought about it. I was always thinking about, nuclear power and the infrastructure that we will need in order to charge all these vehicles is crazy. And we will need a lot of areas, and people will stop for like 20, 30 minutes to charge the vehicles, and maybe we will have a long line and blah, blah, blah. But this approach is way different, but the investment and the technology, come on, I mean, it's going to be huge, and the challenge is not easy. Now, saying that electricity or